Welcome to Mohan's Teaching Corner. Today we are going to discuss role of education in social change, and which is very essential for your Deputy Educational Officer, DIET and SCERT lecturers, along with the B.Ed, DIET as well as M.Ed, NTA examination also. It is very essential. Let us go through this one. If you are first time listening my class, please do subscribe and share with your friends and like the channel also. Let us have the look at the role of education in social change. So we'll look about the definition of social change. So social change defined as alteration in social structure, social institution, social behavior, social relations that occurs over within a society. It changes about the our social structure, social institution, social behavior, social uh, relations among us. So it will take some of the time. Okay, what is the key characteristics of social change? So social change is universal, which cannot be uh, only for a particular place. It inevitable, it is a continuous, and it can be planned or unplanned. So education position, what is the education position in a social change? Education serves as both a reflection of the society and a powerful instrument for the transforming the society. So the education make the greater role in change of a social. So role of a education in individual transformation. How the education change the individual. So it makes the cognitive development. It empower the person. It make the awareness about the self expression. So cognitive development through education increases the critical thinking. So one can solve the problems and it increases the problem solve abilities, and also it is helps the intellectual growth. It enables the individual to question existing situation. So the education increases the critical thinking. It help the solve the problems, and it gives the ability to, and as well as it makes the intellectually growth, and it helps the individual to question the existing norms. So one more thing about the empowerment, particularly about the women, children, and marginalized groups like SC, ST, BC, and minority communities. So through education, one can change themselves, and they can also empower. Okay, they can also help the social mobility from one place to better place, and it also helps the awareness self expression. So education creates the awareness about the rights and responsibilities, and also it helps the social issues while developing communication skills, effective self expression. So overall, the education makes the total transformation of the individuals as well as the society. So role of education in societal transformation, it makes the educations preserves our culture heritage while facilitating the positive culture evolution and adaptation. So it the education promotes, okay, equality, equity, democracy, and scientific thinking and secularism in the society. So one more thing, society, social integration and unity, and economic impact and demographic change also happens through education. So education brings the diverse groups, various groups, and fostering understanding the national integration through common educational experience. So it helps the social integration. It makes the accumulate the people. It make the nation become one. The education plays the major role, and economic impact through educated population. So the educated population contributes most of the economic development through skill workforce creation. It make the more entrepreneurs, and it make the innovation things. Okay, the highly educated people, they have the capacity to establish the new industry. They make the human resource, they help the human resource development, through which they earn and they pay the tax to the government, through which economically the nation grows. And higher education correlates with the lower birth rate and later marriages, and also improved health is the outcome of so like education. Through education, so they have the proper plan about the birth rates, they get married very late, and they'll get the access to good health facilities, through which our demography will change. Then here it comes to the education as a catalyst of reforms. So as we already discussed, education make as a critical thinking, it makes increase the ethics and values, it makes the innovation technology, it makes health awareness, critical thinking. So education helps the people think critically, question the current situation, okay, and they are able to imagine the new social system through education. Then ethics and values, so learning about the moral values helps to create the good citizen who make the positive contribute to the society. So innovation in technology, schools encourage the new research and technology that lead to a social improvement. Health awareness, education teaches the people about the health, so preventive care methods, and improves the public health. Then how education brings the changes, okay, here the curriculum plays the major role. So teacher roles in change, so we are going to discuss like curriculum shows that what society needs and helps. So curriculum is made in the higher level, okay, so they are things how to change the society and hope for the best. And in curriculum they inculcate teach and teaches the new ideas, encourages about the critical thinking, and includes the current topics and global awareness. So the curriculum makes to be updated every day, it should be a new day by day. And what is the teacher role in change of the society? So the teacher shows good values and behavior, and also help the students to learn new things and in meaningful way. So this the school should be a the school lesson should be linked to the real world issues. So it is not the theoretical world, it should be a link to the out of the classroom, it should be linked to the society. So the education bring the change like this. Here the teacher is telling like modifying the students behavior. So school environment for the change, okay, how the school environment change the society. Demographic participation, cooperative learning, inclusive practices. What is demographic practices? Like here in school the teacher is making help the students like to make the democratic decisions, and they become the teacher helps the students to become active citizen, and also helps us to participate in social governance. So in the school should be a cooperative learning, collaborative educational approach, develop the teamwork skills for collective social action and community building. Then inclusive practices, so the school modeling inclusion of diversity prepare the students to create more equitable and social structures. So inclusive education means there is no difference between like able or disabled, or higher caste, lower caste, or economically developed or underdeveloped, educated, uneducated, color, creed, nothing like that. Everybody is going to get the schooling. So this can be in the school the students learn, and they are going to be use this inclusive practices in coming in future generation. So they build the society in equitable structures. So challenges to education as a change agent. So some of the challenges are there to change the society. Unequal access in India, people won't get the same education to everyone, so different people get the different types of education because of the uh, lack of money, and due to preference for the male gender, and where they're residing, it decides whether you are living in rural area or in urban area. Okay, and so due to these, the education not getting everyone, so there is a unequal access to get the education. Then nowadays the curriculum is, or lessons what we are teaching, it is out of outdated one. So many schools still using the old lesson plans that don't help the with the students problem. So that is a problem. Value lessons just show, so teacher values without really making them part of school life, make them less effective. So one should value, the teaching value should be a really good, it should be a part of real life, generally it can be helpful. So what is the recommendations and strategies to the change of the society through education? So the education should have the inclusive policy. The policy makers should ensure that all the segments of the society, whether it is SC, ST, BC, or EWS, or gender male or female, or able or disabled, whether they are from urban or rural area, everybody has to get the equal opportunities, and marginalized communities get the proper attention and proper preference. So the policy should be a inclusive policy. And teacher training, so equip the teachers with the skills to facilitate the transferred learning, act as a effective change agent. So the teacher training should be a properly maintained, not for the only for the examination orient, but they should have the proper training as well as a proper teaching. They should know proper methods of teaching, and they will, so that they can do well in coming days. Then updated curriculum, so regularly revise the curriculum. You have to incorporate what is need nowadays, what is we should incorporate contemporary social issues, okay, not outdated social issues, contemporary social issues, okay, and critical perspectives. And our curriculum should be a future oriented skills, not for the present. You have to think ahead, and you have to inculcate new courses like artificial intelligence, something like that. Then we should make the community involvement in schools, okay. We should make the the teaching cannot, the education cannot be complete without help of the community. So the school should be a the local community should be involved, and they need to have the local society should give the support to the schools, so that the school should be a like it's going to be developed. Then here the conclusion is, see, education is not just about the acquiring knowledge and skills, it is a lifelong tool for social transformation, and empowers the individuals and communities to shape their own future. So it is not the one type of exercise, it should be a continuous thing, okay. So education remains our most powerful tool for creating a sustainable, equitable, and social change across generation. So future educators, as aspiring educated professionals, those who want to become deputy educational officer, or diet lecturer, or SCERT lecturers, so you must have the mindset to change the society through education, and you should also get the responsibility, and you are going to have the opportunities and responsibility to shape the tomorrow's future. So this is about the education through social society. So please do subscribe to my channel, Mohan's Teaching Corner, okay. And this material is useful for B.Ed, M.Ed, and UGC NET aspirants, as well as the TGPSC DEO, Deputy Education Officer, and SCERT NCERT diet lecturers. Okay, and let us do subscribe. The channel name is Mohan's Teaching Corner. So every day, and the content will be on English. Every day you are going to have the new lecture on the basis of previous Deputy Education Officers syllabus. Let us have some of the MCQs so that it will be helpful to you. Okay, see which of the which of the following is a primary agent of socialization? Peer group, family, mass media, school. So the primary agent of socialization is the family. So what term describes the process by which individuals learn the norms and values of their society? Okay, globalization, industrialization, socialization, urbanization. The answer is socialization. So, which agent of socialization is the most influential during the early childhood? Okay, for the family. Okay, which is not the following is not the agent of socialization. So, religion, government, internet, isolation. So, isolation. So, what type of socialization occur when a person prepares the future roles? Okay, resocialization, secondary socialization, primary socialization, anticipatory socialization. The answer is anticipatory socialization. So, this question is based on the socialization, not specifically for the education as a social development. So, which agent of socialization primarily teaches the discipline and responsibilities? A. Family. B. School. C. Peers. D. Media. The answer is school. So, mass media is considered as formal agent, informal agent, secondary agent, tertiary agent. So, mass media considered as informal agent. You can check the previous lecture. On the previous lecture only, I made this particular MCQs. Okay, peer group are the most influential during the infancy, adulthood, childhood, adolescence. The answer is adolescence. So, socialization helps the individual to avoid society, reject norms, conform to societal expectation, isolate themselves. The answer is conform to societal expectation. So, which agent of the socialization become the prominent adulthood? Okay, peers, family, workplace, school. The answer is workplace. Please go through our previous videos. Okay, this MCQ is made on the previous video, not in the current video. So, learning how to behave school is an example of primary socialization, secondary socialization, tertiary socialization, desocialization. It is a secondary socialization. Primary socialization is in the school. So, in the family. Secondary socialization takes place in the school. So, re-socialization typically occurs in religious institutions, total institution, schools, homes. The answer is total institutions. So, which of the following is a secondary agent of socialization? Okay, parents, friends, media, sibling. The answer is media. So, the lifelong process of socialization begins at adulthood, birth, teenage, retirement. So the birth is the answer. Who coined the term looking glass self? Karl Marx, Sigmund Freud, George Herbert Mead, Charles Cooley. The answer is Charles Cooley. So this is about the socialization through education. Please watch my videos again and again so that you will get the good idea and you can perform in your coming examination. Thank you for watching my video. All the best for your coming examination.